Some people didn't grow up, they adapted. They learned to stay quiet when things got loud. They learned to read moods before words were even spoken. They became mature long before they even understood what childhood was. And now you handle everything. You don't complain, you don't ask for help, but deep inside, there's a part of you that's just tired. Not from life, from being strong for too long. Maybe you were the responsible one, the one who didn't cry because someone else needed comfort more, the one who solved problems instead of creating them, the one people said, "You're so mature for your age," and at first, and it felt like a compliment, but no one saw what it cost you. You didn't get to be careless, you didn't get to be loud, you didn't get to fall apart and without consequences. So you built something instead: control, awareness, emotional armor, and it worked until it didn't. Here's the part most people don't talk about. Like, when you grow up too fast, you don't just lose your childhood. You lose the chance to learn how to be human slowly. You skip steps. You learn responsibility before safety. You learn to give before you ever receive. You learn to hold everything in because letting it out never felt safe. And now you overthink small things. You feel guilty when you rest. You struggle to ask for help even when you're drowning. Pause for a second. When was the last time you let someone take care of you and without feeling uncomfortable? People think you're strong, and you are, but your strength didn't come from peace. It came from pressure, from adapting, from surviving. That's why you notice everything. That's why you can sense when something feels off. That's why you always prepare for the worst, even when things are okay. Because a part of you still believes, if I don't stay alert, something will go wrong. You might be the friend everyone leans on, the one who listens, who understands, who gives the best advice, but when it's your turn, you go quiet. You say, "I'm fine," even when you're not, because somewhere along the way, you learned that your feelings were too much or not important enough. Pause again. What if the reason you struggle to open up isn't because you're bad at expressing yourself, but because you were never given a safe space to do it? And here's the twist most people miss. Growing up too fast doesn't just affect your past, it shapes your relationships. You may crave deep connection, but pull away when it actually gets close. You may want someone to understand you, but feel uncomfortable when they try. Because being seen feels unfamiliar, and unfamiliar feels unsafe. So you stay in control, even if it means staying alone. But here's something important. Like, what helped you survive back then might be the same thing holding you back now. That constant alertness, that emotional control, that need to handle everything alone. It protected you once, but you don't live there anymore. You're allowed to unlearn it slowly. You're allowed to rest without guilt. You're allowed to not have everything figured out. You're allowed to need people without feeling weak. And most importantly, you're allowed to experience the parts of life you had to skip. Softness, the messiness, the vulnerability. Because growing up too fast, that doesn't mean you missed your chance. It just means you're learning it now at your own pace. And that's not behind. That's healing.